This is Forgotten Fronts, where the past is not just remembered, but relived. Tonight, we look at one of the most famous symbols in the world. She stands tall in New York Harbor, torch held high, a beacon of freedom and hope, the Statue of Liberty. But behind the image that millions recognize lies a story of struggle, sabotage, and hidden symbolism that few remember. A statue meant to celebrate freedom was nearly destroyed by war. A torch that once welcomed immigrants has been closed to the public for more than a century. And at her feet lie clues to a deeper, forgotten meaning. This is the untold story of the Statue of Liberty. The story begins in France. In the mid-1800s, French historian Édouard de La Boulaye proposed a monument as a gift to the United States. It would celebrate both the centennial of American independence and the shared values of liberty and democracy between the two nations. The sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi was chosen for the task. He imagined a colossal figure, a woman draped in classical robes, raising a torch to light the way forward. But the project was not just about American independence, it also carried a quieter message. France had abolished slavery in 1848. La Boulaye and others saw liberty as inseparable from emancipation. Bartholdi included broken chains at the statue's feet, a detail often overlooked, but deeply symbolic of freedom from bondage. Building liberty was no small feat. Bartholdi needed help, and he turned to Gustave Eiffel, the engineer who would later build the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel designed the statue's internal iron skeleton, allowing the copper skin to move slightly with wind and temperature changes. But while France handled the statue, America was responsible for building the pedestal. And here, the dream nearly collapsed. Funding ran short, politicians stalled, public enthusiasm was weak. Enter Joseph Pulitzer, publisher of the New York World. Pulitzer launched a campaign, calling on ordinary Americans to donate whatever they could. Pennies, nickels, dimes, thousands of small gifts poured in. In 1886, after years of delay, the Statue of Liberty was finally assembled on Bedloe's Island, later renamed Liberty Island. On October 28, 1886, President Grover Cleveland dedicated the statue before cheering crowds. Liberty, at last, stood watch over New York Harbor. In the years that followed, the statue became more than France's gift. For millions of immigrants arriving at Ellis Island, the Statue of Liberty was the first glimpse of America. Emma Lazarus captured this spirit in her poem, The New Colossus, written to help raise funds for the pedestal. Her words became immortal. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Though not part of the original design, these words redefined the statue. She was no longer just a monument to independence. She became the mother of exiles, the symbol of opportunity in a new land. But the statue holds secrets many overlook. Few notice the broken shackles and chains at her feet, a symbol of the end of oppression. Her face, it is said, was modeled after Bartholdi's own mother. The 7 spikes on her crown represent the 7 continents and 7 seas, liberty shining across the world. Even her color is accidental. She was originally a gleaming reddish-brown copper. Over the years, weather transformed her skin into the green patina we see today, a natural armor that protects her from corrosion. And the torch, once a symbol of welcome, hides a mystery of its own. On the night of July 30th, 1916, an explosion rocked New York Harbor. German agents, trying to stop U.S. munitions shipments to the Allies during World War I, had infiltrated a storage facility at Black Tom Island in New Jersey. Just after 2 a.m., the sky erupted. Nearly 2 million pounds of ammunition detonated. The blast shattered windows across Manhattan and shook the Brooklyn Bridge. Fragments of the explosion reached Liberty Island itself, damaging the statue. The torch, struck by debris, was so badly damaged that it was closed to the public, and it has never reopened since. What began as sabotage in a world war left a permanent scar on America's greatest symbol of freedom. The Statue of Liberty has endured world wars, terror attacks, and decades of change. She was darkened during World War II to protect against enemy bombing. After September 11th, Liberty Island closed for security, later reopening under heavy restrictions. In 1986, for her centennial, the statue underwent a massive restoration. The torch was replaced with a new copper and gold version, shining bright once more. Today, millions visit every year, though the original torch, damaged in 1916, rests in the museum beside her. More than just copper and steel, the Statue of Liberty is layered with meaning. She was born from the dream of liberty. She welcomed generations of immigrants. She survived sabotage, war, and tragedy. For some, she is a symbol of hope. For others, a reminder of promises not yet fulfilled. But for all, she remains one of the most enduring icons of freedom in human history. The Statue of Liberty is more than a monument. She is a storyteller, holding within her silent gaze the struggles, triumphs, and secrets of more than a century. This is Forgotten Fronts, where history's most iconic symbols, tragedies, and untold stories live again.